We've arrived near one of Ambrose's warehouses, storing blood supplies.
Killed.
Go back where you came from.
I don't...
Time to restore the order.
Charge is an ability shared between human and vampire forms. This enemy was weak enough to stun them with it.
Shit.
The Vrakiri store blood in places like this. Ambrose is responsible for keeping it safe. Oh, but we're not going to make his job any easier. Another group of soldiers stands in our way. We open with Broad Swing to weaken as many opponents as possible, then follow up with Burning Blood, which briefly staggers the enemy and applies a damage over time effect.
What do we have here?
The prisoners' fate is grim. Their blood is drained, then stored in places like this, where it awaits distribution to Brensis and his officers.
Just gorgeous. Few brave these woods. Folks say they're chock full of monsters. Village of Maragir. Codrin's family's land. Maragir Monastery. Its best days are long behind it. I don't think I'll find anything else here.
Let's open them up and check nearby points of interest. Some are tied to Brensis' officers. More on them shortly. Others to hidden mysteries, haunted sites, and shrines used for fast travel, which can also serve as quest objectives. Let's mark one and head there. Early in the game, we can unlock a perk that allows us to transform into a wolf and move faster at night. It's quicker and more agile, though it comes with some limitations. There's also a daytime equivalent, but more on that later.
What was that? Is someone in trouble?
It looks like we've come across a group in need of help. Whether we intervene is up to us, and both choices can lead to unexpected outcomes. We began with death from above, allowing us to quickly eliminate an unsuspecting enemy and gain the upper hand from the start. We have incorporated community feedback, and now there is no need to open the skill wheel to select a previously assigned ability. Instead, we can use quick selection.
I thought I was done for. Done for.
So did I, to be fair. Wasn't sure I'd get you out of this in time.
But you did. Bless you. Bless you.
For now, we need to recover. As a vampire, we restore health by feeding. Human blood is most effective, but in this case, we rely on animals. It's less efficient, but it will do. Feeding increases our corruption level. It's shown next to the health bar at the bottom of the screen. The higher the corruption level, the more vampiric perks are unlocked for purchase. Nearby points of interest are marked on the map and indicated on the compass at the top of the screen. Let's head to the shrine. Here's the shrine. Damaged, so we can't use it yet.
Desecrated. Looks like the shrine's missing its heart. But maybe I could restore it. The tracks, they're fresh.
There's a trail nearby. Let's follow it. With the camp destroyed, our infamy increases. More about this in a moment. Let's collect our loot. We found the shrine's missing heart, along with a manual that unlocks a new perk, Precision. Let's open our inventory and head to the Recipes tab. As I mentioned, the manual unlocks a new perk called Precision. Once we read it, it becomes available in the Character tab. Let's go there. The exclamation mark indicates that a new perk is available, but we can't purchase it yet. Perks can only be acquired at a shrine by spending experience points, which are earned by completing objectives. And since we've just finished one, we should be good to go. We've also found the shrine's missing heart, so we can now fix it. Let's head back.
You're welcome.
With the heart restored, the shrine is rebuilt. We can now use it. Let's start with the perks menu. In the Swordmaster abilities, we find Precision, now available for purchase. As you can see, it costs both experience points and a time segment, indicated by the hourglass icon. Let's learn it. Now let's take a look at the Vrakiri perks. With our corruption level increased and another experience point available, we can unlock new abilities, again marked with an exclamation point. The corruption level required to purchase a perk is indicated in the tooltip on the right side of the screen. Let's purchase one. Time passes as we acquire new perks. The night comes to an end, the sun rises, and a new day begins. Along with a new edict. Edicts are tied to the Infamy system we mentioned earlier. Several have already been proclaimed since the start of our journey. The higher our infamy, the harsher the edicts, and the more challenging the world becomes. It's a sign that Brensis is vigilant and reacts to our actions in Vale Sangora. Infamy reflects how much we disrupt the operations of Brensis' followers. Let's take a closer look at one of his officers, Ambrose. In the right corner of the screen, we can see his level of aggression towards us. When it reaches its peak, a new questline is unlocked, influencing the story and shaping our future confrontation with Brensis. As you can see, multiple open-world activities are tied to Ambrose, all connected to his operations. Let's go back to the map to mark one of them, and then let's head there. With the supplies destroyed, our infamy rises again. We've disrupted Ambrose's operations enough for now. Let's move on to another point of interest, a haunted site. Earlier we showed you how we can move faster at night by transforming into a wolf. To increase our speed during the day, we can unlock a hex called Mercurial Fervor. Haunted sites are only accessible during the day, as they require blood magic, unavailable in vampiric form. Defeating them strengthens our magical abilities, but also puts our combat skills to the test.
The spirits here are restless. Perhaps I could help them somehow.
All of the enemies are nicely grouped together. It's a perfect opportunity to use Ravenous Flock, a perk that damages opponents in an area, twice. First on activation, and then in the follow-up attack.
Rest now.
The enemies are defeated, so let's collect our loot. These haunted sites may reward us with ancient texts, allowing Cohen to become an even more powerful wielder of magic. And that's just a brief look at open-world activities. Many more await, often tying back to the main objective and opening up new storylines along the way. As a vampire, you'll see and experience the world from a different perspective.
You sure it'll work?
Certain as the sunrise. And if not, I'll pay you back double.
Provided I'm able to crawl back to you. It's for Kiri blood after all. Sorry.
Let's get inside the building using Cohen's vampiric abilities, Plane Shift and Shadow Step. You can travel quickly and easily access places beyond the reach of regular humans. Last time we were inside the Cathedral, we came across Xanthe, one of Brensis's officers. She was a difficult opponent for Cohen, so this time we're going to be smart about it, stay on the scaffoldings, and show you an alternative approach.
Better be quiet.
To blood.
Blood, blood, blood.
You shall
Is that
become Kenya's
Voyeur's Xanthe?
most faithful
What the hell is she
servant.
doing here?
His command shall become the
What is she
sole
doing?
voice in your heart.
Is that a ritual for the blood gods?
Blood god shall become your new family. You shall want for nothing. You shall yearn for nothing. Only
They're covering up the old
duty shall
paintings.
remain.
Why?
Blood to blood.
One of the workers must have left it.
You shall become Kenya's
Seems that the cathedral complex is quite big.
The
main building, cloisters, inner courtyard. The entrance to the crypt could be anywhere. Won't get anything done just standing around. Still, staying up here would be a smart idea.
Your fellow blood god shall become your new family. You shall want for nothing. You shall yearn for nothing. Only duty shall remain.
Bound in blood.
Blood to blood.
Let's start by checking out one of the frescoes in detail.
You shall
Sanctus
become
Mihi,
Kenya's most
patron
faithful
saint of
servant.
Svartra himself.
His command
Victorious
shall
and
become the
well-loved.
sole voice in your heart.
There's the legendary silver sword.
Blood god shall become your
I hope it
new
really does
family.
exist.
You shall want for nothing. You shall yearn for nothing. Only duty shall remain.
Saint Mihai's symbol. Good. It should help my search.
Turns out, this one was actually about Saint Mihai, owner of the sword we're after. The powerful weapon might tip the scales in Cohen's favor and help him save his family from the vampire lord Brensis.
His command shall become the sole voice in your hearts. Your fellow blood god shall
We can check
become
some of the
your
buildings
new
in the
family.
courtyard. Maybe
It's rotten in here. So many died here. In isolation.
this wing was blocked off and they were left to die a terrible death. Something else happened here.
Died recently. Killed by something bestial.
This body looks fresh compared to the rest.
It's getting better and better.
We have to face a creature called Muron. While it is theoretically a vampire, its transformation did not go correctly. Occasionally, Murons produce loud, inhuman screams which stun the target, if it is within the scream's range.
You!
As you can observe, their behavior is chaotic and hard to predict. Possessed the vampiric ability of Shadow Step. However, it is juggy and unstable.
These must have killed Radu and the missing residents.
We can learn more about what has happened here by using the Compel Soul hex. You can learn this hex during the game. It is a feature enabling the player to talk with certain corpses, those that have moths flying above them. Magic is only available to Cohen in his human form. We wouldn't be able to talk to the dead had we come here at night.
It's you, isn't it? Please, stop! It hurts! I beg you! We're friends! Radu, please!
That's enough. Rest now.
We can go back to the Deacon now and report our findings. Before we chat to him, notice that our current objective again has the hourglass symbol. This tells you that the dialogue will push the time forward.
So when you play the game yourself, you'll have to decide whether you want to challenge the vampires openly, or lay low until you're ready to strike and surprise them.
Cathedral. It's even bigger than I remembered.
And it's grander than before. They're putting in new stained glass. The Knyaz doesn't deny the old faith.
Out of my face.
This is the rich district of the city, Silberkreis. There's also Altenmarkt, Neustadt, and the Middens. Each of the boroughs has its own feel and character.
Get your stinking ass out of here.
I was just passing through, I swear. I got tired and sat down and started begging.
Looming high over the city is Brancis's castle.
You're interfering with my task. Who are you?
It doesn't matter.
Very well. I don't have time for interruptions. Let us dispose of him. Quickly! You've withstood it. Fascinating.
Cohen is using his claws to attack when in vampire form. Bloodguards are dual-wielding opponents. Their attacks are pretty strong. Of course, even when fighting with claws, combat is still directional. Don't worry, Cohen can still use his sword as a vampire.
You haven't lived long.
Only after defeating all three of the Bloodguards, Xanthe deems Cohen worthy of a challenge, and she descends to face him. She uses her blood control powers to cast a multitude of attacks, like her blood whips, that hit Cohen from left and right. Xanthe is protected by a powerful vampire ability. Once her stamina runs out, Cohen will have an opportunity to strike and deal some damage. But be careful, cause Xanthe is quick to counterattack and she will also try to restore her blood. Meanwhile, look at the indicator just below her health and stamina. It's a timer for the boiling blood skill that you've seen in the CGI trailer. So, if we don't hurry, the timer goes down to 0 and Cohen will eventually explode. And we're dead. Remember, we were only mid-game here, and Xanthe is one of the game's most punishing enemies. Defeating her right here and right now is very much possible, but it would be hellishly difficult.
The baptism of a newborn is a solemn moment, doubly so. A new life joins our flock, bringing happiness to its parents and to the congregation. Natus ex sanguine est, alitur sanguine, et in sanguine morietur. Ego te baptizo in nomine Dei. Amen. Don't I know you from somewhere, young man? Laslia, maybe?
That's right. My name's Cohen.
It's a real shame what happened there. So many good people imprisoned. But where there is sin, there must be chastisement. And speaking of sin, come with me. I'll take your confession.
Thank you, but I have no need for confession.
Ah, so you deem your conscience clear?
The library,
Tell me what you need, then.
Our caretaker, Radu, is missing, it seems. It's been a few days since he last came to work, and now his duties have become my duties. I imagine he's lazing about somewhere, having a laugh at my expense.
Any idea where to look for him? Perhaps he's at home.
If I only knew where that is. Radu's a secretive man. No, I'd rather ask around in the Almshouse. He spends a lot of time talking to the inmates.
The Almshouse? Where is it?
Go out to the courtyard and turn left. Carry on walking until you see a well on your right. The almshouse's entrance is just by that well. I try to avoid going there myself. Ugh, a dreadful place. Really dreadful. Anyway, be on your way, son. And let me know when you find Radu.
Turns out the deacon had his own agenda and asked us to find out what happened to the local caretaker. Let's find the asylum he mentioned. While on those sacred grounds, we should mention that every week, in some of Vales and Gora's churches, people gather for the so-called Blood Mass. It was established by Brensis and his clique of vampires after they took rule in Vales and Gora. The cathedral is heavily guarded outside, and it looks like the guards aren't really fond of Cohen lurking around the premises. Let's deal with them swiftly, using our claws. We've listened to your feedback, and we've worked on the flow of using active abilities. We are no longer pausing the choice menu. It's real-time, in-gameplay. It's also a good opportunity to show you another use of the Voracious Bite ability Cohen uses to drain people's blood. In combat, it will both replenish your health and deal some damage. Time to move on. Let's explore the other areas in the courtyard.
I'm alright. Just need to get a breather, that's all.
Let's use the sword this time, because yes, you can fight with a sword as a vampire too. But before we engage, let's adjust the camera. Camera placement was one of the hottest topics after our gameplay reveal. We've got lots of feedback about it.
The Blood of Dawnwalker is an upcoming open-world dark fantasy action RPG developed by Rebel Wolves and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment, launching September 3rd, 2026, for PC via Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Pre-orders are already live across all platforms, with multiple editions including Standard, Day 1, Eclipse, and a Collector's Edition. So let me talk about why this is probably my most anticipated RPG of the year. Because everything about it feels deliberate in a way that a lot of open-world games simply are not. The studio behind it, Rebel Wolves, was founded by Konrad Tomaszkiewicz, the director of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and the team around him is stacked. His brother Mateusz was quest design director on Cyberpunk 2077. The narrative director and art director also both come from CD Projekt Red. These are people who were directly responsible for some of the defining RPG moments of the last decade, going off independently to build something entirely their own with no franchise baggage. The studio has grown to over 160 employees as of 2026, so this is a full-scale AAA production built on Unreal Engine 5, and it shows visually. The game is set in 14th century Southeast Europe, in a fictional region called Vale Sangora, a valley in the Carpathian Mountains, drawing heavily from Slavic mythology and real medieval history. And the historical backdrop is brilliant because it is already horrifying without any fantasy layered on top. Europe is being torn apart by wars, and the Black Death is killing whoever the wars missed. And in that moment of collapse, a clique of ancient vampires steps out of the shadows to claim power. Other creatures of the night follow. Legends become reality. It is such a smart foundation because the supernatural horror sits on top of genuine historical horror and gives the whole world real weight before you even pick up a sword. You play as Cohen, a young man whose village gets taken over by Brentsis, a centuries-old vampire and former Roman senator, who forces the villagers into paying a blood tax in exchange for protection. Cohen gets turned during these events, but the turning partially fails, leaving him human by day and vampire by night. That is the Dawnwalker, and that duality is the core of everything the game does. During the day, he fights with directional swordplay, where attacking and blocking in the correct direction matters, building up charges for hex magic, which is described as grounded and ritualistic rather than flashy, tied to blood, heat, and pulsing air. There is even a hex called Compel Soul that works like Speak with Dead from D&D, letting you interrogate things beyond normal communication, which could be incredibly cool for investigation quests. At night, everything shifts. As a vampire, Cohen gets Shadow Step, a short-range teleport for repositioning in combat and leaping between rooftops, claw attacks that tear through armor, health regeneration from biting enemies mid-fight, and wall walking for vertical traversal. There is a blood hunger meter that, if neglected, starts warping Cohen's behavior even during dialogue, which keeps the vampire identity feeling dangerous and present. Some abilities are locked behind drinking the blood of specific enemy vampire types, tying progression directly to the story's antagonists in a satisfying way. Now, the most genuinely experimental part of the whole game is the narrative sandbox combined with the time system, and I think this is where Rebel Wolves might have done something really clever. After the prologue, you have 30 in-game days and nights to rescue Cohen's family from Brentsis. But here is the key. Exploring the open world does not advance time at all. Time only moves forward when you complete quests, and the game always tells you up front exactly how much time an action will cost before you commit. Each day and night is divided into 8 segments, and meaningful actions spend those segments as a non-renewable resource. This solves a problem open-world RPGs have struggled with forever. Think about The Witcher 3, an incredible game, but there is that constant dissonance where you are supposedly racing to save Ciri, yet you can wander for months and the world just waits. Here, that dissonance is gone because your time actually costs something, but exploration stays completely free. It is an elegant design that serves both the story and the player simultaneously. The consequences of how you spend that time are permanent. Important NPCs can genuinely die if you do not reach them in time. Quests resolve without you, regions of the world shift based on your presence or absence, and the story keeps going with all of it locked in. In one demo, Cohen has a quest to get herbs for his sick mother, and another to help a villager named Gremla, and if you ignore Gremla, she gets killed at one of Brentsis' rituals, and his mother also dies. No takebacks. The developers say the story is so non-linear you can side with a human resistance against the vampires, or finish the entire game without ever meeting that faction at all. Every action and inaction shapes the world. Rebel Wolves have said there is no real distinction between main quests and side quests, only the story you choose to weave. Internally, team playthroughs are clocking 55 to 70 hours. Former UFC champion Jan Blachowicz did motion capture for one of the main antagonists to give combat real physical weight, and full voice dubbing is confirmed in 6 languages. September 3rd, 2026 is the date, and I think this one could genuinely be something special. Now you can enjoy the screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy.